Welcome on Once Upon a Time. This is episode 16 of season 3, and I'm very excited to jump back into the show and see what's going to happen next. Given how the last episode was kind of nuts, really great episode, and it ended with Neil dying to bring Mr. Gold back properly. Although he's still very much under Zelina's control, unfortunately, so that's a bit of a problem. But that was a pretty big deal. So I imagine we're probably going to be dealing with the aftermath of that. And maybe Zelina's going to cause more trouble, make Mr. Gold do something horrible. So, we still don't understand, I think, her final plans for everything. So, very, very intrigued as to where this is going to go next and what's going to happen. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh. Oh! She's a witch!
Oh, we'll never make it to the Emerald City before dawn.
What should we call her?
What about Zelina?
Oh, hey, Yellow Brick Road! Oz, Emerald City, yes! Love the first name she thought of was Zelina. Mr. Gold can't even go to his own son's funeral. Aww. Oh, I like that Belle's there on Gold's behalf, though. Oh, Henry's gonna do it for his dad.
28 years waiting for it to be broken. Also, you could be with your son, and now he's gone.
Yeah, right.
After all these years, now that your mother's gone, I can finally tell you the truth.
What's she talking about?
Oh.
Now our child, Zelina.
Why is it always the nice parent that dies first in these kind of things?
Your wickedness.
Your wickedness?
The Wizard of Oz.
Oh. I'm sure that will go well.
Perhaps Henry'd like to hear what his father was like when he was his age.
You really do that?
Aye. Could have the boy make peace with his father's passing. And me.
Oh, he's really torn up about it.
I don't think I drink.
Perhaps some evening then.
Perhaps many evenings, eh?
Maybe your life wouldn't have turned out so... So what?
I'm still a rock star.
My condolences.
Oh boy.
I'm so sorry I missed the funeral.
That's extra.
Did I miss the speeches? Or shall I make one? I mean, I am, after all, responsible.
Here's a speech. Fuck off.
I'm not here for your baby. Not today, anyway. Then why are you here? Meet me on Main Street tonight. Say, sundown.
Of course. You Jew!
And I'll destroy you.
Oh.
This isn't the Wild West. No, dear. It's the Wicked West.
I knew she was going to say
and I want
that.
everyone to be there.
This intrigues me. What are they going to do with him?
Who's that?
Your sister, Regina.
I've got a sister.
Your sister could...
Half sister, if you want to be technical.
When you click your heels together 3 times, those slippers will take you wherever you desire.
But what do you want in return?
Wrong colour.
It is one thing to wonder about your past, but another to become envious of things you cannot have.
Green with envy.
Well, hello, dearie. A day of surprises indeed.
That makeup always looks so...
Regina,
yeah.
tell me the truth. Zelina is my sister.
Well, that was easy.
Regina, what if I can get through to Rumple without the dagger? It's worth a try.
If anyone could.
I can't do this alone.
We have to stop meeting like this.
Yeah, just make out instead.
I've seen that letter 100 times before. In my darkest moments, I'd go to it for comfort, for solace, for a boost when I needed it.
Oh, but it's not about her.
As if the man who taught me everything I know about magic thinks she is stronger than I am. That there is no way I can win this fight.
Yeah, well, she's green, so... You must do the Bird Box Challenge.
Simply think of a moment, then make you seize the fact.
Use it to fuel that magic, yes. I learnt that a long time ago. Well, it's hard to pick one. Finding
That's
out
kind
that
of
my
sad.
mother abandoned me.
Ding dong.
The witch isn't dead. Yet.
But if you don't tell me, then how will I learn?
How will I know?
And as the food warmed my belly, that was the only time I forgot who I really was.
Oh. I'm the same with food. I'm nervous.
Don't mind me. Carry on.
My wayward son.
The next time you try to stop her, I will kill you.
Charming. Well, gold.
It's a tool used by sailors to navigate.
Like a GPS?
Aye.
Eh,
It measures our position.
Must is dead too.
Aye. Something dark and evil.
I love this. More of this. Not a very subtle woman, is she?
Have a lesson to teach.
But we just finished our lesson.
No, but you did, eh? With Regina.
Triggered.
You're still training her.
Your insides are starting to show.
Oh yeah, that's never good. Oh, she turning green.
Turning green, dearie.
Ah.
Envy will do that to you.
I guess someone's got an inflated sense of self-worth.
Says you. No!
What the hell did I ever do to you? Isn't it obvious? You were born.
Oh shit. I want them to just start going. I thought that was going to be Rumple.
Surprise, dearie.
I was just trying to make your decision easier and show you that I'm more powerful. That I'm the one that's going to...
Use magic then, don't just stab her.
The thing you love most is me.
You think I love you?
I'm a perceptive sort.
You're insane.
Besides the point.
Oh.
Well, it's okay. I have that effect on women.
It.
You love me.
You will choose me.
That would have been so funny if it didn't work.
But I'm going to take it all from you! Manana.
Burn the witch! Oh, okay, don't.
Can't beat me, little sis. Everything Rumpelstiltskin taught you.
Claire, like, matching Christmassy gloves.
But I was the better student.
Oh no.
I need your heart.
Oh no. Why didn't she bury it somewhere?
Where is it? Never bring your heart to a witch fight.
Ah.
Something you'd know if she hadn't abandoned you.
Oh shit.
You never won, Regina. I will get your heart. I will get everything you ever had.
Calm down. My goodness.
Is it still here?
Right where you left it.
He has her heart.
I'd find the one thing She said I don't always realize what I have right in front of me.
What's that?
Just that I didn't always appreciate things.
He is a thief. He's stolen her heart.
Would you mind holding on to this for a bit longer?
Forever.
You're really going to entrust something so valuable to a common thief like me?
Can't steal something that's been given to you.
You still owe me that drink.
Yes, I suppose I do.
I ship it so hard.
Thanks, Gillian.
He needs to know about his father, Emma. You can't just take him back to York with this and pretend like none of this is real.
What I'm casting isn't a curse. It's a second chance.
Oh.
Now take me there. To the moment my mother abandoned me, that's when it all went wrong. I need to go back and change it.
So that's her plan.
You're telling me? You're not even a wizard.
Oh.
It's all part of the act.
Yes. The guy Emma was going to marry, right?
I have no use for you. At least not like that.
You're going to be a monkey.
You're evil.
Not evil, dear.
Wicked.
Wicked.
If you were going to run anyway, why would you run there? It's a fucking dead end.
When I'm done, Regina, you'll have never even been born.
You got a little, Oh. Okay, really great episode. I really liked that. I liked how we had brief moments of like dealing with the aftermath of Neil dying. And it was kind of a background story really throughout the episode. Mainly focused on the Hook and Henry stuff, was really dealing with Neil dying. Then the rest of it was kind of still moving the plot forward. And I think they got the balance right there. You know, you don't want a whole episode of just them moping. So I like that they still continued the plot, even though we got some kind of, you know, some tidbits of people continuing to grieve. I thought that was well done, very well handled considering. So that was good, and I really enjoyed the focus on Zelina, and really putting a spotlight on her and like showing the origins of her as the villain. And I think it makes a lot of sense because they did a similar thing with Peter Pan in like episode 8, I think it was. And kind of revealed his backstory and stuff and how he came to be, you know, the Peter Pan we knew. So it was kind of nice that we got that backstory as well. And it's always satisfying as a viewer to know a lot of stuff that the people in the show don't. I think that's why like soap operas and stuff do so well. It's because a lot of the time these characters are hiding secrets from each other, but we as an audience know the secrets, so we're like enjoying having that information over them, I guess. And that's a good thing about this whole plot with the gear of their like lives that have been taken away. They don't know what's happening, but we're finding out as like flashbacks are being shown. But I really like seeing like where Zelina came from in like like a tornado or something, cyclone. Obviously some ties to the Wizard of Oz there. Actually having the Emerald City be in it, and the Wizard of Oz, who then turned out to be Ralph, and therefore the Flying Monkey, the guy that Emma was engaged to. I liked how that all tied together. That was cool. I wasn't really expecting that to be who that was. That was really well done. And seeing why she was like literally turning green with envy, that's why she had green skin. That was quite clever. I enjoyed that. And you know, a few telling in cheek references to Wizard of Oz that I think they did quite well. Like, not ruby slippers, but similar kind of thing. The fact that she needs like courage and a heart. And, has she already like gotten a brain? I can't remember if she's already done that or not, but I imagine she must be after a brain too, because it's all the things that they wanted in Wizard of Oz, I assume is what they're going for here. Maybe I've forgotten, or maybe she just hasn't got it yet, I can't quite remember. But either way, I really enjoyed getting a lot of backstory for her and seeing what her life was like before she found out the truth about where she came from and Regina and everything. But seeing her find out all this information and learning what her kind of plan is, I guess. She wants to, I guess, time travel to, you know, change the past where she wasn't abandoned and she got everything she wanted, and Regina would probably be wiped from existence that way. I'm guessing that's like her main plot here, which is interesting. Looking forward to seeing where that's going to go. But I enjoyed Zelina just owning being the bad guy. It was cool to see that when she just like burst into the diner and was like, "Yeah, I've been exposed. Never mind, I'll just be evil." Or wicked, I should say, and then challenging Regina to the fight and stuff. But I love that Regina still got the upper hand and kind of planned in advance to not have her heart on her, and that was what Zelina was after. So that was very cool. I like the kind of battle between these two sisters. I think it's very interesting that neither of them are coming out on top, but neither of them are losing every time they kind of go to battle, which I think is pretty cool and very interesting to see play out. So I really liked that. And Regina's kind of connection with Robin, I'm living for. I really, really want them to get together. I'm shipping that quite badly. And I can't wait to see them explore that a bit more. They're definitely going somewhere with that last little scene. The fact that she trusted him with the heart, she's like, you can have it. You already have my heart. Oh, Robin, you're so dreamy. Not to that extent, but basically. And I really liked that. And I like how Tinkerbell showed up again in this episode, and she kind of put two and two together and continued to push her to try and make that leap. And I think she was starting to get there. Maybe it was the thrill of the fight with Zelina. She's like, you know what, screw it. But I feel like we're definitely making progress with Regina and Robin as well, which I'm very excited to see if that relationship is going to be a thing and what they do with it. But I really like those two together. I think it just works really well. I think it's very natural. So that's really cool. Very much enjoyed that, and I'm hoping we get a lot more of it. And seeing Gold continue to struggle under Zelina's influence, and almost the parallels between him and Zelina's father, like they looked quite similar, and the fact that Zelina was like shaving them with a knife and stuff like that, and also Rumpel in the flashbacks, the fact that Zelina was like in love with him and stuff like that, and he was actually like mentoring both these sisters, so whichever one is better is going to cast the curse. I quite enjoyed that idea, and that kind of spurred Zelina's anger. It all made sense, and it was all really, really interesting to see. I really liked that a lot. And just getting to see more of like Oz is pretty cool. I really enjoyed all those flashbacks and the focus on Zelina. Considering we met her in like what? Was it like episode 11? Episode 12-ish? She hasn't really been in the show for that long. But the fact that we had basically a whole episode dedicated to her and it was so interesting, I think is testament to how well they've kind of established his character as the villain so far. So all that stuff was really, really great. I enjoyed that. Like brief moments of Emma grieving for Neil, but still getting on with it, like trying to help Regina out, and everyone was offering to help her. Belle struggling to try and save Rumpel as well, but he can't fight the dagger, obviously. Just seeing all these like individual people having their own little struggles, even if they weren't like the big focus of the plot, So that was cool. But I think my favourite thing in the episode might actually be the Hook and Henry stuff. As much as I love the Zelina flashbacks and finding out more about what her plot is and everything, and that was really satisfying to see, and I really, really loved it. There was something about the Henry and Hook connection that I think was really wholesome. I wish we'd gotten more of those scenes with those two, honestly. I wish we'd gotten a bit more of that. But I just liked the fact that Hook was like comparing Henry to Neil when he was younger, when he was Bellfire, like drawing parallels between them, and then this whole situation in itself was a parallel, because Hook was teaching Neil's son what he taught Neil when he was a kid. I liked the kind of parallels between that, and Hook just opening up to Henry about his father and how similar they were. I thought that was really, really wholesome. And maybe a small part of it was doing it to try and getting Emma's good books, of course. But I think they did a good job in this episode of establishing in the early parts, like at the funeral, and he was trying to comfort Emma later on as well. You can tell he's really torn up about Neil dying. So I think a lot of this was him trying to do it for Neil as well, for this, this boy he really, really cared for. And he was trying to make his son feel better. I really, really liked that. I think you could really tell it wasn't like a totally selfish thing, like, I'm going to comfort Emma's son because then Emma will fall in love with me or whatever. I think a lot of it was for, I'm going to make Neil's son feel better because that's what my friend would want. I miss my friend. That was kind of the impression I got. And I don't know, just the connection between that and the parallels between the scenes we got with Hook and young Bellfire in season 2. It was just really, really nice. I really enjoyed that kind of full circle kind of thing, and the fact that Henry was so comfortable in this complete stranger's presence. He wasn't even thinking why is that guy wearing a glove on one hand and then not on the other? He didn't even consider that it was a fake hand. He was very trusting, and he just seemed so comfortable in Hook's presence. It kind of made it quite wholesome. I think that shows that deep down, maybe Hook is actually a really, really good guy. So I loved the scenes with those two. I thought it was really, really cool to see that. And it was nice for Emma to not have to worry about Henry. I after Neil's death. You know, she had a lot going on in this episode to focus on, with like trying to help Regina prepare for the fight and stuff like that, investigating, trying to break Gold out. It was nice she didn't have to worry about Henry. You know, Hook kind of took that burden away from her for an episode, which I think is probably a good thing for her. Otherwise, she probably would have died from stress. So I love the scenes with those two a lot. And yeah, just overall a really, really great episode. I loved the focus on Zelina and the flashbacks we got with her, learning a bit about what her plan is. I loved her challenging Regina and her kind of getting the upper hand in the present day, and just seeing like the origin story, I guess, of the Wicked Witch. We saw Zelina turn green and blah 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 blah. So that was all great, and then I loved seeing Oz and like the Wizard of Oz and everything, how that all tied into him being Ralph was great. I loved the Regina and Robin stuff. I ship it so hard. And also the Hook and Henry connection I thought was really beautifully done. So yeah, fantastic episode. Can't wait to see where we're going to go next with the rest of the season. How many do we have? We have like 6 episodes left, I think, this season. Very exciting. I can't wait to see where we go with this. I'm really liking this arc so far. Do I miss Peter Pan? Yes. But Zelina's doing very good too. And she had some big shoes to fill with Peter Pan. But I think she's doing a stand-up job as the villain. Very, very excited to see where we're going to go next. So yeah, fantastic episode. Can't wait for more. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.